Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Hello. It is 6:32. I'm calling the meeting to order. Mauricio?
Commissioner Joseph,
Present.
Commissioner Stuyvesant,
Here.
Commissioner Lama,
Here.
Vice Mayor Viscara,
Here.
Mayor Svechin,
Here.
all members present, ma'am.
Great, thank you. If you could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. We have an invocation from Rabbi Barron. Welcome.
Hello, good evening, everyone. It's good to see you.
Hello.
Dear God, Master of the universe, we stand humbled before you this evening, and we recognize all of your blessings that you have bestowed upon us. We're mindful of the fact that you have blessed the city with wonderful leadership, direction, dedication, and guiding spirit, which has resulted in the many successful achievements over the years. We recognize that we are gathered before you this evening in pursuit of fulfilling your wishes, as you, dear God, empowered humanity with 7 basic universal laws after the great flood of Noah. These laws are once again reaffirmed by Moses at Mount Sinai to be taught to all of humanity. Universal laws that provide a framework of law and order and justice, which will allow humanity to settle the earth in a civilized manner. We recognize that we have been entrusted by the citizens of Sunny Isles Beach to perform this sacred duty. Almighty God, please provide us with the consciousness to constantly be aware of your presence so that we are consistent to our mandate. Please grant us the courage, strength, wisdom, intuition, sensitivity, and the patience necessary to succeed so that we leave a legacy of having a positive impact upon society for many generations to come. Protect our police force, our servicemen and women serving domestically and overseas in the name of freedom and democracy. Please give them the peace of mind, insight, and intuition to be successful. Please guide our city staff to make the right decisions with honesty, integrity, and knowledge for all of our citizens into the future. And may they continue to serve as positive role models for our beautiful community. May everyone gathered here tonight and all the residents of Sunny Isles Beach be granted with good health, peace of mind, and prosperity. And let us say amen.
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 Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you. So the first item on tonight's agenda is the approval of minutes of the June commission meeting.
I'll take a motion, please.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll now go into the mayor's opening message.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate your attendance and thank you for joining us tonight. Before we begin, there are a few important reminders regarding conduct during our commission meeting. Please ensure all electronic devices are turned off or set to silent mode to maintain the integrity of our proceedings. Mutual respect is the foundation of productive discussions. We ask that everyone remain silent and attentive when someone is addressing the commission. Clapping, applauding, heckling, or any verbal outbursts, either in support or opposition of the speaker, are strictly prohibited. Any individual wishing to address the commission must fill out a public speaker's card and submit it to the city clerk before the relevant item is announced. Each speaker is granted a maximum of 3 minutes. Should you exceed this time, the chair will notify you to conclude your remarks. Speak directly to the agenda's points. Remain concise and avoid redundancy. Should an individual speak without the chair's permission or continue speaking after a warning, they may be escorted out of the chambers. It is essential to avoid making impertinent, slanderous remarks or becoming boisterous while addressing the commission. Such behavior may lead to being barred from future commission appearances, unless the majority of the commission members present vote otherwise. The presiding officer may disallow signs or placards in the commission chamber. Please exit the chamber quietly and without disruption. The goal of our meetings is to facilitate public input and participation. However, disruptive or disorderly conduct hinders our collective objective. Individuals who want to speak on an item on the agenda are asked to fill out a public speaker's card and give it to the city clerk before the item is called. Speakers are asked to speak to the issues, make comments concise and to the point, and refrain from making duplicate comments. All speakers will be limited to 1 3-minute comment per item. If you exceed the 3-minute allotment, the chair will advise you to finish your comment. If you speak out of turn without permission from the chair and/or you do not cease speaking after one warning, you will be escorted out of chambers. In order to maintain orderly conduct and/or proper decorum at these meetings, anyone who interferes with the orderly process of the meetings after a warning may be removed from the meeting and may be barred from further appearance before the City Commission, as permitted in S-286-0114, FS and SS 74-5 and 74-21 of the City's Code of Ordinances. Any necessary removal will be made at the direction of the mayor and will be carried out by law enforcement or a designated sergeant at arms. It is essential that attendees adhere to these rules of procedure to ensure productive meetings that serve both the public and the City Commission. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding.
Okay, before we get to the order of business, I just want to welcome everyone. It's always nice to have a full crowd here. So thank you for coming. For the regulars, hi. And for those that are here for the first time, welcome. I hope you come often.
Try to make it a regular thing.
Please just, we have rules of decorum here, so we speak one at a time. If you wish to speak and then change your mind, that's okay. Just fill out a public speaker's card now, and then you could change your mind later and just say, I don't want to speak any longer. But once the item is closed and public comment is closed, I will not be allowing public speakers. So you can go ahead and do that now. I'll give you additional time if you need to. Also, if you need to have a conversation, please take it outside. The acoustics in this room provide for us to hear all of your conversations, even if you're whispering. So please, if you need to speak to someone, go outside, and welcome. Thank you.
Okay, Mayor, we have 2 changes to tonight's agenda. Item 9G has been revised, which is establishing the city's proposed ad valorem tax millage rate. And we have added on item 9I, which is a resolution approving a 5th amendment with IM Electric. Both amendments or both changes to the agenda are located in the back.
Okay, so both the agenda and the changes to the agenda are in the back. It doesn't change any of the item numbers except for the addition of the last one.
No, it does not.
And then the change for the millage is a date change.
It's just the date, yes.
Okay, all right. Please go ahead.
Just a motion to approve the
I need a
changes.
motion, please.
Yes, I'll make a motion.
I need a second. Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.
Thank you.
Please go on to
Okay,
ordinances.
so ordinance for first reading, 6A is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, amending ordinance number 2025-635, approving budget amendment number BA 2526-03 to the city's operating and capital improvement budget for the 2025-2026 fiscal year. authorizing the city manager to do all things necessary to implement the terms and conditions of this ordinance, providing for an effective date.
Okay, Mr. City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this item is a budget amendment in the amount of $2,987,568 to the citywide security project to support public safety initiatives, including the expansion of our drone program, installation of CCTV cameras at bus stops, and implementation of the real-time crime center, the hyperwall system.
Okay, thank you. Do we have public speakers? Okay.
Ken Percy.
Hi, Ken. Just as a reminder, I know you've been here before, but for everyone else, your name and address for the record, and you will have 3 minutes once the clock starts.
Good evening. My name's Ken Percy, 200 Sunny Isles Boulevard. I just wanted to speak on the budget overall and the...
Ken, would you speak into the mic, please?
I just wanted to speak on the budget overall and the line item for $175 million of new debt. Last year, the city manager...
And let me just interrupt you. This is a very specific item that we're talking about.
Yeah, I read it as this item.
This is the safety one.
Yeah. Is this further down the list?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
You're speaking about the budget. We're not voting on the budget.
The budget?
Yeah, this is an amendment to this fiscal year's budget, not
This fiscal year.
Yes, exactly. And
This fiscal year.
Yes.
Not next fiscal year, this fiscal year. You're speaking about next fiscal year.
Okay.
This is for this one that's ending in the end of September.
Okay, then this is not relevant.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
no other speakers, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I'll take questions from the commission. Anyone have any questions or comments? All right,
I do have a question though.
go ahead, Commissioner Stuyvesant.
Yeah, why are we, what's gonna be happening with the emergency pedestrian bridge, not pedestrian, emergency bridge? Because it's apparently being completely defunded with this. And as of it is right now in our budget book, it has high priority. It was supposed to be done by September this year. I know it depends a lot on the FPL, but if we proceed with this, we are completely basically canceling the project.
Is that to the city manager?
Yeah,
Okay.
it would leave to
Mr.
the
City
finance
Manager?
director, but she's not here, so I guess to
Mr.
the
City Manager?
We're still waiting for FP&L. We've been waiting a number of years, so this allocates this money, but we will have money planned for the next budget year for the same thing.
Which is, no, I understand. This is not adding or subtracting from the final number. It's just shuffling. What I don't understand, and I would like to have the clarification, is why are we deciding to completely defund a program that was supposed to be high priority, that we still need to do, that we have an easement with Silent House for it. We could be getting that from any other account, like let's say, for example, land acquisition, that we have still $4 million there. So this is the thing about the budget that it always makes me uncomfortable, that we are just shuffling numbers between lines, like there is no consequence. In this specific case, we are completely defunding the program if we take this money. And by the way, I am completely for the drone program and anything else that has to be with safety and security. But I think this amendment, the way it is written and the way we are defunding certain other programs, I don't think we have enough information to vote on this at this point.
Okay, thank you.
Mayor, can I ask the deputy city manager?
Of course.
Just to refresh your memory, at the budget workshop a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago today, it was the consensus at that meeting to remove the emergency pedestrian bridge from the budget because you said, the CIP, because you said we've been carrying it for all these years without any success. So we were directed at that meeting by consensus to remove it. So that was in one of the changes that would be coming forth in the final budget.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Lama?
What was the last communication from FPL regarding this?
They have had numerous staff changes, and currently they have no one assigned to that project.
So right now, it's a big question mark,
It is
basically.
a big question mark, yes.
Okay, okay,
They have no design, they have no plan.
okay.
When our consultant left, they were still reworking a new plan. And that person is now gone, not just our consultant, the person that was working on their project.
Is there anyone else we could talk to? Or no?
We've spoken to several people. Right now, their priorities are the Golden Shores undergrounding and some other projects in the city to finish. Actually, still the Collins Avenue undergrounding is still incomplete. And those are their priorities right now.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's getting taken off from this budget, 25, 26, but it's still going to be, I mean, the next year's budget is fast approaching, so it's going to be there.
No, based on the budget workshop, the direction that we heard was to remove it because we've been carrying it, and once we finally have a plan with FPL, we would bring it back.
Okay, so the question is, let's say in November of next year, no, November of this year, next year's budget, we have someone from FPL, we'll have to have a budget amendment, or can we pull that $1 million from another account or from the general fund, or how can we?
If we were fortunate enough to have a solution in this November, the design alone would probably take at least a year, design and permitting.
Yeah.
At which time then we can propose it in the following year's budget.
So we're looking at 28, 29.
Most likely, yes. In addition, we have no idea what that would even cost at this point.
How do we let them get away with
Wait,
this?
hold on a second, please.
I'm trying to understand the situation.
The funding that it has been carried in there for the last 5 or more years, 6 years, is what was left in the project. There was never an estimate of how much that would actually have cost to have done.
So there was never, that $1 million is not like an updated estimate.
It is not. It is literally just the amount of funding that was left that has been carried over year after year, which is why I understand someone suggested that we remove it because we keep carrying it without getting the work done.
Yeah, okay.
And we don't have a solution to that on the horizon.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm not too worried about the money. I mean, I'm more concerned with the FPL side of this equation and not them not getting back to us. So, okay.
No,
All right, one second, Commissioner Joseph, just for since we do have an audience, what we're talking about is we had a budget workshop, and one of the things that we came to consensus about was any items that have been on the books for years that have not been started, to take them off the books so that it doesn't look like an inflated budget. So, Commissioner Joseph, you have the floor.
Yes, but, okay, the budget issue is one thing, but pursuing, we need squeaky wheel. We need a squeaky wheel to get FPL going. We can't just let it ride, and because they're happy to go do other projects and not complete our projects. It's the same thing like I've been yelling about internet in Golden Shores, and today we had a great workshop which is going to solve issues for residents. We need someone, it's not me, I'm not an authority, someone in the city manager's office, assistant city manager, to pursue FPL and not let them off the hook.
Okay, Mr. City Manager?
I don't have anything to add. We've been
Okay.
in discussions with FP&L for years. There's nothing further for us to do.
All right, Vice Mayor, did you want to add anything? All right, I have some questions for clarification. As far as the bus stops, we talked about this during the agenda review. It was the 22 of the bus stops were going to get TV cameras?
Yes.
Okay, so that means that whomever is at the bus stop at that time is going to be seen live from the police department, and we keep that footage for 30 days, as far as I understand.
That is correct.
All right, and then this also includes the camera at the pier.
No, the camera at the pier is funded through your general operating.
Okay.
It's a separate item.
All right,
This
and
is
then,
also for the real-time crime center in the police department.
all right, perfect. And then what's the timing on this? Once this gets approved?
Well, this requires a second reading. And then after that, at the same meeting in August, if it gets approved, we'll bring the contract for the bus stop cameras and the real-time crime center at that time.
So if I did the math, we could anticipate having cameras at the bus stop in November?
Yes.
November-ish? Okay.
I have
All
a
right.
question.
Commissioner Stewart, anything had something?
No, you can go first.
Go ahead.
So the connecting of cameras to the bus stops, is that a similar situation to connecting cameras to our elevators, which took forever? Or no, that's a simpler issue?
Completely different.
Okay, so this is a much more quick process. Okay, thank you.
All right, Commissioner Stewart, do you have something?
Yeah, in the budget right now, we have over $34 million in appropriations, but they were not used at all last year or until this year. Like, again, we are shuffling between accounts because those allocations are not money that we have or spend at all. So that was part of my conversations about the budget, that we need to make sure that the numbers have to make sense. We have a budget of $240 million or so when we are just bringing to the bank around $70+ million. So everything else in this SIP, which is the Capital Improvement Program plan, is just like a big wish list. And that's the thing that is a little bit uncomfortable about being shuffling. Right now, we could take that money instead of completely canceling a program that we are going to have to do at some point, because for all we know, FPL can come tomorrow and say, yeah, I'm ready. So right now we have no idea. And we do have an easement with a property of Sunny Isles that give us a specific area to be doing and putting that kind of all that electric construction that needs to be done there. So we are right now working on the budget, doing the budget. This, I think, takes the budget conversation to another level. It has to be more serious. I know that that money, those contracts, they need to come to us as soon as possible. And only for that, I'm okay with what is necessary to make it happen. But we need to take the budget process more serious. It's not just about changing numbers from here to there that they don't even have a real source of revenue attached to it.
Okay, thank you. I'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Mauricio?
Commissioner Lama,
Yes.
Commissioner Stuyvesant, Vice Mayor Viscarro,
Yes.
Commissioner Joseph,
Yes.
Mayor Svetchin.
Yes.
The ordinance is approved on first reading. Second reading is scheduled for August.
Okay, ordinances for second reading?
8A is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, amending Chapter 256 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Article 5, Section 256-37, entitled Definitions, Rules, and Regulations for Operation, Section 233-8, entitled Penalties for Offenses, and Section 256-39, entitled Enforcement, to create and provide regulations for the use of electric bicycles within the city's jurisdiction, providing for repealer, severability, codification, and an effective date. And this is second and final reading.
Okay, Mr. City Manager, is this you?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this is the second reading of our revised e-bike ordinance.
Okay, thank you. And for the public, just so you understand, we have made changes to first the scooters. So anyone under 16 is not allowed to ride an electric scooter. And now we made changes to the e-bikes as well, in the interest of safety, obviously. Do we have any public speakers?
Yes.
Okay.
David Virgil.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Commission. My name is David Virgil. My address is 17500 North Bay Road, Sunny Isles Beach. I believe that the passage of this ordinance, along with the scooter ordinance that was passed earlier this year, are essential to improve pedestrian safety in the city. By banning electric bikes from sidewalks, it will help prevent serious accidents from occurring, and that will improve the quality of life of everyone here in the city. So that's why I'm for the passage of this ordinance. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other speakers?
No other speakers, ma'am.
All right. Public comment is closed. If I can just get some clarification, are we going to have the same sort of education period with this ordinance, or is it immediate?
Yes.
So 60 days?
No, 30 days.
30 days from today.
Yes, ma'am.
So
August 16th, I believe, is the day in which citations would be issued.
warnings, and then after that, citations are 250?
Yes, ma'am.
And then the second citation?
500.
500. Okay.
Right.
Are there any questions from the commission?
No,
Take a motion, please.
So
I'll make a motion.
Second? Okay, thank you. Mauricio?
Commissioner Stuyvesant,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Viscarro,
Yes.
Commissioner Joseph,
Yes.
Commissioner Lama,
yes.
Mayor Svechin.
Yes.
The ordinance is adopted.
All right, now on to resolutions.
9A is a resolution approving a use and occupancy agreement and addendum thereto with the Florida Department of Transportation for public parking and other public purposes on parcel number 7756, located at 500 Sunny Isles Boulevard.
Honorable Mayor, Vice Mayor Commission, these are the items that were deferred from last month because we were missing Exhibit B. Exhibit B has been included in both of these items. For clarification, the first item, 9A, parcel 7756, is what our original agreement with FDOT was, which is both paid for public parking and a green open space. It is FDOT's desire to separate out what is a revenue generating parcel from a non-revenue generating parcel. So the open green space will now be 7756. The public parking will now be what is item B, which is parcel number 3129. That parcel will also include the ramp area, the under ramp area that is to the east of the existing paid
Which is
public
currently
parking.
grass.
It's currently gravel.
Okay, well, yes.
3129
I meant it's not.
is gravel.
Right.
It's nothing right now. It was a storage area for our Collins Avenue undergrounding street lighting project. There's still some remnants of that there that we have to remove. If at a later date the commission so desires, the ability is built into these agreements to either sublease the portion of 7756 and also to build out the more parking in 3129. So Exhibit B shows what it could be. Exhibit A is showing what's existing.
Okay, thank you. Do we have public speakers?
We do.
Okay.
Alexander Caller.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. Nice to see you all. Thank you for gathering here tonight. I'm speaking in support of this much-needed additional parking capacity for the community at large. I know last month it was called the Rabbi's Parking. It's not the Rabbi's Parking. It's a parking for all residents under the bridge. And I think our city is growing, continues to grow, thank God. And I think we all know that we are in need of more parking citywide. And I hope is not that significant few spots that we will add. This is seemingly, but it will alleviate the current need, and I think everybody will benefit from it. The congregation, of course, that I represent, the restaurant next door, the marina next door, all of the vendors that come to 400 Sunny Isles because they do not park, they choose not to park at the valet at 400. So if anything, this will continue to generate additional revenue to the city, to the FDOT, and it will alleviate the much needed problem that we have. And I hope in the future, and I continue to speak about it with FDOT and with some people even in Tallahassee, that hopefully we'll find more creative ways to create even more parking in this part of the city and hopefully citywide. Thank you.
Thank you.
403 Poinciana Drive.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Ellen Dostan.
Is it Ellen?
Yeah, she just said no.
Oh, all right.
Felix Sukovsky.
And again, I just want to remind you all, I do, and we all very, very much appreciate you all being here, but please no clapping. Thank you. All right, your name and address for the record, please.
Felix Sukhovitsky, living in 18625 Atlantic Boulevard, Sunny Isles, just down the street. Okay. Thank you for opportunity giving me to speak. I'm gonna read it because I'm afraid to stumble. It's a bit of an emotional issue to me, so be patient with me. Okay, so this is something I wrote. House of worship is more than a building. It's a refuge for lonely, source of hope for struggling, place of healing for grieving, and a center for community and families. Throughout history, societies have been judged not only by how they treated the powerful, but how they treated those seeking spiritual comfort, guidance, and connection with God. Providing adequate parking for a place of worship is not merely a matter of convenience, it's a matter of access. Every parking space represents a person who may be coming to pray for a sick child, mourn for a loved one, celebrate wedding, seek forgiveness, simply find a place in a troubled world. When access of worship is restricted, burden falls heavily on elderly, the disabled, parents with young children, and those whose faith was already challenged by otherwise difficulties. History provides us with powerful examples of both benefits of support to religious gatherings, places, and the consequences of obstructing them. Throughout centuries, striving community grew around houses of worship, temples, and welcoming people openly, removing barriers to participants. Those institutions became centers of charity, education, social support, moral guidance. They fed hungry, sheltered, vulnerable, united people across economic, social divisions. Conversely, history also records darker periods when authorities imposed obstacles on religious practice, whether through restrictive laws, inaccessible locations, executive burdens, deliberate limitations on gatherings. The result was often isolation, division, and hardship. Communities weakened when people are prevented from assembling freely on the worship, fellowship, mutual support. Denial of practical access to worship has frequently been remembered as a stain on otherwise prosperous societies. Just a minute, please.
Just finish your thought, please.
Thank you, appreciate it. The parking shortage may seem like insignificant when viewed on the paper, but in the real world, impact is profound. Senior citizens who cannot walk a long distance may miss service entirely. Family with small children may stop attending. Disabled veteran may find participation impossible. Over time, individual obstacles accumulate, reducing attendance, weakening communities' bonds, dismissing positive role faith institutions play in society. Places of worship generate benefits far beyond their own congregations.
Thank you. Thank you. Time's up. Thank you.
Thank you.
No other speakers, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll take comments or questions from the commission.
No,
None?
No question.
I'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, next item.
9B is a resolution approving a use and occupancy agreement and addendum thereto with the Florida Department of Transportation for parcel number 3129 located at 500 Sunny Isles Boulevard.
Go ahead.
That was the second part of.
Okay. Do we have any public speakers?
We do, but I'm not sure. If I call your name, just let us know if you wish to speak. Alexander Keller. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's it.
That's it. All right. Any questions from the commission?
Okay. I know that the rabbi's synagogue, he has rentals from the city at Gateway on the rooftop. I was questioning whether there are any other spots that are available to increase the number of spots that the rabbi could
Good lease. Has additional parking.
Are you asking the city manager?
I'm asking the city manager, yes.
Can you, in Gateway, are there additional parking spaces?
At Gateway, yes. Are there additional spots that can be leased?
We've had discussions with the rabbi and are working with them to find any available parking in the area.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'll take a motion.
Motion.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, item passes. 9C. We're gonna go on. If you all want to stay, please go ahead and stay. But I think the item that you all came for is done. But please stay if you want to. I'm not. This is going to be a very interesting meeting. I shouldn't have said anything. Go ahead. Thank you.
Please come more often.
No, just give
It's nice to have
give
the
it a
company.
minute to. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you. 9C, please.
9C is a resolution approving an agreement with Millennium Products to install surveillance and security equipment at Pier Park.
All right. Mr. City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this is the installation of a long-range camera at Pier Park that the police department is requesting and goes in hand with our citywide security.
Okay.
No speakers.
No speakers. All right. I'll take questions from the commission or comments.
No question.
I'll take a motion.
I have a question. What does the funding comes from the general fund? And not from for future funds or anything else?
Please.
It was in the current fiscal year's capital outlay request that you approved last budget cycle.
So it's already appropriated there.
Yes,
So we have the
in the
appropriation.
capital outlay, in the police department's general fund.
And I also have the question, why don't we invite the companies that are going to be awarded these contracts, which and it's going to come to the next contract as well, to just come here and at least be present in case that we have any questions about the product. Because, for example, I'm okay with this, and I will make a motion to approve it. Like I said, safety and security is always, and I believe, and I hope it will continue always being our priority. But we have here $30,000 for the product, more or less, and $30,000 for installation, more or less. It is very interesting that we are paying almost the same amount for the product than for the installation. So I would rather have here one representative of the company to be able to answer certain questions, unless it is so predetermined that we are going to be voting yes for it, that they don't even believe that they have to be here. Because once it's in the book and it's a recommendation, it's a yes by default. So I think it's a little bit offensive not to have a representative of the company who's going to be awarded this kind of money even present here.
Okay. Are you making a motion? I'm making a motion. All right. I need a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next item, please.
But that was a question, actually, before we go to the next item.
Okay. Can you clarify your question again?
Yes, why don't we make the people that is going to be awarded this, or at least a request of a requirement to come here to be answering questions that we may or may not have before we are awarding this kind of contracts to them? That should be at least a courtesy, because if any person is going to be getting awarded millions of dollars, the least thing they can or they should be doing is being here and presenting their faces.
On an ongoing basis.
Unless, like I said, it's so predetermined that this is going to be a yes by default, and we are just sitting down here to rubber stamp whatever is in this book, because there is chance the people that is not even reading the agenda, that they don't even have the need to come here. That's what I'm saying. It is offensive not to have a representative of a company who's being awarded a contract that is coming from the people's money, because this is not our money. This is taxpayers' money, and we don't have anyone from that company sitting here at least saying, I have a good product, I want to be your client, please approve this contract. None it.
Okay, your offense is noted.
No, I have a question. I asked a question.
I'm not finished speaking.
Okay, thank you.
So to the deputy manager, and perhaps maybe it's to the attorney, what is our normal process when we are approving contracts? Is it typical to have vendors come in front of a commission to be grilled about the items on the contract that's being submitted or the proposal?
I mean, depends on the jurisdiction, it depends on the contract, it depends on the procurement. To have every single contractor that you're entering into contracts with the period meetings is probably unrealistic. I haven't seen that, depending on the contract. Obviously, if you're contracting with waste management for, $50 million, or you have a contract that's going to be substantial in that type of thing, especially if it's been put out to bid, it's not unusual to have those contractors here, but to require every contract person to be here, that would be pretty onerous.
Okay, so just one second. I just want to get clarification. So Commissioner Stuyvesant, your question is noted. Did you ask the manager this question and he did not answer it? Is that why you want the vendor here?
Question before. It's
Okay.
just it's been the practice of not having the contractors in here or the vendors in here. I remember when I was just elected, we used to have many of those vendors here. And they would just sit down there in case that we need to ask them certain questions. That has disappeared during your administration, and I don't think that's best practices. So I think this should be changing.
Okay,
Again.
thank you. I don't make any sort of changes by myself here. We vote as a body. But go ahead, Commissioner Joseph.
Yeah,
And if I may just add that, I answered it just based on my travels in government, but
Right.
it's not a legal question. Obviously, if you want them here, they can be here, but you can ask them.
Right, but
It's not a legal
But to
question.
the point of the suggestion that some people are not reading the agenda book, if you are reading the agenda book, you do have an opportunity to ask those questions before the meeting. And if there is a need to request a vendor to be here during the meeting, that is something that I don't think that the manager's office would be against if this was something that was the consensus of the commission. Is that correct, Mr. City Manager?
Yes, correct. I mean, we have a workshop prior to the meeting, and the typical course of business for me is I rely on our department directors, who are the subject matter experts, and I require them to fully vet the items. And in this case, it would be the chief of the police. I've met with the chief, the deputy chief, city attorney, and city manager. I'm sorry, deputy city manager, city attorney, and we vetted the items. For us to have every vendor here in the evening, we would have to extend our meeting every time.
But if
that's the will of the commission, but it's not efficient or effective.
But if during the agenda review, if a member of the commission felt strongly that they wanted the vendor here for the commission meeting and there was consensus, would that be possible?
Yes.
Do we
Yes.
need a consensus for that? Because, for example, I'm going to bring the same comment twice more during this agenda. So I don't think we need a consensus for that if we want to have the vendor present to ask them certain questions.
I agree. I think one commissioner's questioning should be enough.
It would be a policy decision of the board as a group. So I don't take direction from one of you versus you all as a body. So
That's
if you,
not the
if
way it's
that's
written
what
in your
you
contract,
wanted,
by the way.
then that's how we're directed.
Okay.
We're getting off topic.
No, I
on-
understand.
And,
That's
and I
let's
just want to
stay
add,
on
Mayor, one
topic
more
here.
thing. I want
Yes.
to add one more thing. You all are welcome to vote yes or no for the item.
Okay.
So if you feel that there's more information needed, you're welcome to vote no. If we delay these items, then it's going to affect, in this case, our public safety protocol, which the commission has given me as a direction. So I'd recommend against that.
Okay, thank you. We're going to move on.
Okay, no, I have one.
Can we stick to the items
item.
on the agenda?
I'm sticking to the question regarding whether we should be able to question vendors.
Okay, but that's not in the
because-
agenda.
Well, I understand, but that came up and it requires a fuller understanding. I remember we were replacing turf at Pelican, and we had a vendor come up, and I had questioned the chemical composition of the material. And he told us one thing, it turned out to be incorrect, and they then changed materials, or he said that during COVID, the material was changed that they were supplying to us. I never actually ended up getting a fair resolution as to what the composition was, but that turf ended up being installed in any event.
Okay, thank you. Next item, Mauricio.
9D is a resolution approving an agreement with Axon Enterprises.
We didn't.
We voted.
We did.
We voted.
did?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we
Okay.
did.
We
Yeah.
did.
We did.
We
Yeah.
voted.
There was a
Yes.
motion by Commissioner Stuyvesant and seconded by Commissioner Joseph.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
9D is a resolution approving an agreement with Axon Enterprises for the purchase, deployment, training, software, licensing, maintenance, and support of a drone as a first responder, 2 fixed-wing drone system utilizing the Skydio F10 platform.
City Manager.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this is a fixed-wing drone for the police department. We have had great success with our drone program. This is cutting-edge technology. I've had numerous meetings with the police chief, deputy chief, city attorney, deputy city manager, confirming that this is something we definitely recommend.
Okay. And just for clarification, would these drones also be able to drop those life vests? Are those the same kind of drones, just before we get to public comment?
These are different.
Okay, we'll get to it then.
Which does free up the other ones too, because right now we're only using one for the water rescue.
For the water. All right. Do we have public speakers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Stephen Hirsch.
Stephen Hirsch, 17201 Collins. Good evening.
If you could just be close to the microphone, please. Thank you.
The drone as a first responder program is the 21st century of what the old police helicopters used to be. The safety that it will provide our city is almost invaluable. It'll provide safety for our police officers, our fire department, all first service responders. It will be available for any type of incidents out on the beach or out on the ocean if necessary. And I did a little calculation, which I find very informative. If an emergency call were to come in at the furthest southern border of our city, since it's an autonomous vehicle, it could be launched, and it would take approximately 72 seconds to get from the roof of this building to our city limit. And of course, it would be less the closer it would be. It would immediately be able to broadcast video to our police officers and see what the situation is. And if it's something that is possibly unfounded, be able to give a slowdown that put our responding officers that have nightmares going up and down Collins Avenue when the traffic is, this time of the year, if it was like this all the time, we'd be great, but it's not. So I just support this 100%, and I think that the value that it gives needs to really be publicized to our residents so they really understand the ability that this type of fixed-wing drone, and it can stay stationary for, I forget the statistic, the time, but substantially longer than the ones we have. So, thank you.
Thank you. Any other speakers?
Yes, Vitaly Falkovich.
My name is Vitaly Falkovich, 9280 Southwest 167th Terrace, Palmetto Bay, Florida. One of the things is that the big issue that we have in the United States right now is the officer safety. We have officers getting shot for no reason. They're getting shot because they're wearing a badge. they weren't getting shot because they decided to leave their family to protect somebody else. This thing will prevent for officers getting hurt. I think it's a really great idea for us to have that equipment. As a visitor here, I think I spend more time in Señala Beach than I spend in Palmetto Bay. And I think that's a great idea, and I ask that you approve that. Thank you.
Thank you.
No other speakers.
Okay, thank you. I'll take any questions from the commission. No? I just want to get clarification. This is the one that we discussed at the agenda review that's going 90 miles an hour, up to 90 miles an hour? And once this is approved, how long will it take for us to get this drone?
This is a future purchase. We're looking at 2028 before it's actually marketable. But
Okay,
it could be
so-
any time before that.
So can you clarify why we'd be voting on it right now then?
Because it is in high demand, and the sooner you get your name on the list, the sooner you will have access to this equipment. Otherwise, you're going to be a couple years down the road.
Do we lock in the cost?
Yes, you're also saving $900,000.
Okay, and so, but let's just, I'm going to play devil's advocate. In 28, for future commissions, if they choose not to purchase this, that could still happen?
Yes.
Or no? Because you're saying we're locked in, so.
You're locking in the price, but there is a clause, section 16.2, I believe, in the master service agreement that allows you to terminate the contract if the current commission does not appropriate the funds.
Okay, thank you. What's a question?
We can step out of line. Like we're getting in line and later we can step out of
Correct,
line.
yes.
Okay.
I have a
Okay,
question.
go ahead, Commissioner Joseph.
So this model that we're purchasing now for 1.8 million in 2026, but is not being delivered till 2028. How many revisions will this company have gone through before we actually receive the model?
I believe we are in line to be one of the first 10 to get it. So it's not like they have a model now that we're not getting. They are still working on producing the model for sale, which will occur. We will be within the top 10 to receive
I
it.
understand, but
The most
drone
current.
technology these days is advancing so fast
Correct.
that we're buying a model in 2026 that it could be it's outdated maybe next week.
You're buying the model when it's ready. So it will be the most cutting edge at that moment.
We're buying the 2028 model.
And it's also 2. I just want to clear up for the record.
Yep. Are you done?
I have
Yes.
a question.
Go ahead,
I
Commissioner
sent a
Stevenson.
memo through the city manager this morning to be shared with the commission. Was my memo shared with the commission about this specific item?
No, Commissioner, it wasn't shared with them. We didn't receive it in time. We had some things to do in the morning that I didn't get a chance to forward it, but I will forward it to them this evening.
Okay, it was really important to be shared when I send it. Otherwise, I would have made copies here and give it to them right now, you know? So that was the idea for them to see it before, because again, I'm gonna make a motion for this item. I'm totally in favor of the item. However, I did read all the documents in the package, and for example, as far as what I understand, and I'm not a lawyer, the price seems that it's provisional. The product is under development, it's not being developed just yet. The delivery date is not guaranteed. The data has to be shared with them. It's one of the terms on the contract. And the terms of the contract has to be locked to whatever the terms of their own contract it is, and their terms and conditions. And it was a website, like a URL that will take you to, which means it can change. So I went a little bit deep into this because especially the price tag. I had a conversation also with the police chief about that today. And like I said, I am in support of this. However, the same question that I had or comment I had before, we don't even have a representative of the company being here to be able to answer those questions. For, like I said, we are approving right now $1.8+ million for a future commission that is going to be here in 2028 for a product that doesn't exist yet, that is development, with a price that is not fixed. So it's a lot of if. So I understand we want to be in line. The quote is valid until December. So this is, maybe we sense some kind of urgency to get into the list right now. However, we could have better answers if we have a representative of the company here. But like I said before, $2 million, and nobody even had the courtesy of being here to answer questions. But I do approve, or I will make a motion to approve this item.
Okay, before I take your motion, Commissioner Lama, did you have anything to add? No. Okay. I need a second for Commissioner
I'll
Studis.
second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, next item, please.
9E is a resolution approving a second amendment to the agreement with Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company as a primary awardee to provide fleet maintenance and repair services to Group 1 vehicles.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this is our second amendment with Goodyear Tire and Rubber, and they provide fleet maintenance to our fleet vehicles, oil changes, change of tires, batteries, things like that.
Okay, thank you. Mauricio, do we have any public speakers?
No speakers, ma'am.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Commissioner Joseph.
I just want to make a note that when we buy a set of tires, the person that's at Goodyear, they know how to look for the year number on the tires so that we know we're getting fresh tires.
Yes.
Okay, that was not an unexpected answer.
Okay. Did you have any other questions?
No.
All right, I'll take a motion.
I just wanted to one clarification. There are no more renewals after this one, correct? So next time it has to be bid again? Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to put that on the record, okay? So next time I have to go out and bid, okay?
Yes.
I just want that commitment.
Okay, if there's no more questions, I'll take a motion.
Motion, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next item, please.
9F is a resolution allowing the mayor and commissioners at each elected official's sole choice and option to enroll and participate in and receive the same insurance benefits as is available to city's regular employees.
Okay, Mr. City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, we discussed this at the last meeting, and you provided direction that we should come back with maintaining status quo, and that's it. This is how it currently exists. It's been this way for some time. We could not find any documentation formally having a resolution or formalizing it, so this will formalize your existing benefits being the same as the city employees.
Okay,
staff.
so formalizing what's already in place. Yes. All right.
Yes.
Are there any public speakers, Mauricio?
There is Dana Goldman.
Okay.
Dana Goldman, 308 Poinciana Island Drive, Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, 33160. Just want to express my support for this, which is essentially a codification of existing and longstanding practice. I would have obviously preferred for this to be more expansive, but I understand the will of the current commission to have this. So I'm in support of this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other speakers?
No, ma'am.
All right, are there any questions from the commission? I'll take a motion.
Motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, 9G, please.
9G is a resolution establishing the City of Sunny Isles Beach proposed ad valorem tax millage levy rate at 1.6514 mils per $1,000 of taxable assessed value, which is equal to the rollback rate of 1.6514 mils for fiscal year 2026-2027.
Mr. City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this establishes our proposed ad valorem tax millage rate at 1.6514 mils per thousand and is the same as the rollback rate. As you know, for the past many years, we have essentially lowered taxes I'd like to point out that our city has the lowest taxes in all of Dade and Broward County as well.
And Monroe.
And Monroe, thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any public speakers?
We do. Stephen Hirsch.
Hi,
Stephen Hirsch, 17201 Collins. Last year, I spoke a couple times before this body regarding the implementation of performance-based budgeting for our city. Excuse me. Newly adopted Florida Senate Bill 4F establishes minimum millage rates that cities may impose unless a supermajority commission vote of 2/3 or unanimous, depending on the percentage of the raise, approve or through public referendum. Additionally, for next year's budget, cities must conduct public workshops and perform 10% budget reduction exercises and must be fully transparent to the voters, which may further reduce revenue. This makes the adoption of performance-based budgeting more important than ever, as millage rate limitations, in addition to the possible homestead exemption, if Amendment 3 passes in November, will be a direct impact on our city. A traditional line item budget tells us how much money each department spends. A performance-based budget tells the taxpayers what they're receiving in return. It identifies the purpose of each program, the services being delivered, the measurable results expected, the cost of proactively producing those results, and whether those results are actually being achieved. When expenses exceed revenues, a city without performance information is often forced to make broad, across-the-board reductions. For example, a 5% reduction applied equally to every department may sound fair, but it is completely against solid public policy. It treats an essential and effective program the same way as a lower priority or poorly performing program. A performance-based budget allows the Commission to distinguish between essential services, successful programs, unperforming programs, and discretionary programs. Reductions may be identified that do not impact the residents' safety, quality of life, and financial interests. The city may have less flexibility to raise revenue in the future. It must therefore develop a better method for deciding where every tax dollar produces the greatest value. A performance-based budget gives the Commission and city manager that method and provides a transparent, measurable, and defensible basis, making difficult budget decisions when reductions become necessary. The new millage rate, therefore, should be viewed not only as a tax limitation, it should be viewed as a mandate for better fiscal budgeting. I suggest consideration of performance-based budgeting be adopted during the ongoing preparation of our 2026-27 budget. This will place us in a better planning position to address any future reductions that our city may face in the coming year. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you. Any other speakers?
No other speakers, ma'am.
All right, I'll take comments or questions to the commission.
Mayor, I'm sorry, if I might interrupt really quickly and I can add something to the city manager's introduction. This item, if you recall, was revised at the beginning of the meeting, and it's just to change the dates of the first and second hearings, which will be on the 8th and the 15th respectively, both at 5:30.
Both at 5:30.
September.
September, yes.
Okay. Questions from the commission?
No.
I'll take a motion.
Motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next item, please.
I'm a no.
What, you're a no?
I'm a no.
Okay. Please note that.
Noted for the record.
Okay.
Nine H is a resolution approving the issuance of a proclamation proclaiming the month of September 2026 as Hunger Action Month in the city of Sunny Isles Beach, authorizing the mayor to issue the proclamation.
Mauricio, would you read the proclamation, please?
1 second.
And just for the record, this proclamation request came to all of us, and we are all co-sponsors on this for Hunger Month. Hunger Action Month.
The proclamation reads, whereas since 1981, Feeding South Florida has worked to address hunger and food insecurity in the city of Sunny Isles Beach by providing our community with immediate access to nutritious food and other vital resources and support. And whereas in South Florida, approximately 1 million individuals face hunger. And whereas Feeding South Florida leads hunger and poverty advocacy efforts in our community while transforming lives through innovative programming and education that provides economic growth and overall well-being. Whereas the city is therefore committed to supporting Feeding South Florida so that together we can achieve a hunger-free South Florida.
Thank you. Do we have any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
All right. And for anyone in the audience or watching, this is very serious for many people in our community. If you are experiencing any issues getting food, we have the St. Vincent de Paul Society that's adjacent to Mary Magdalene Church that provides food. They have a pantry. I believe they're open on Tuesdays. And you can also contact the Kosher Kitchen, which also has food, and Mary Magdalene also has kosher items as well. Are there any comments from the commission?
No.
I'll take a motion, please.
Motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. 9I.
9I is a resolution approving a Fifth Amendment to the agreement with IM Electric for street lighting, preventive maintenance, and as-needed electrical services.
Okay. Mr. City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this item came up last month, and I think there was, we got off topic, and therefore the item was not heard.
Mary, move your microphone. Okay, go ahead.
So the unintended consequences of not approving the item caused the work that we were doing in Golden Shores regarding the undergrounding to stop. So in our conversations with FP&L, and we heard some of this early in the meeting, we don't want them to leave the site. It would further delay our undergrounding. So we're recommending approval and for it to move forward. And we need a supermajority. Oh, okay. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll take any comments or questions from the commission. All right, I'll take a motion.
I do have comments.
Go ahead.
This is the Fifth Amendment. This contract was originally for $120,000. Now it's 1.2. That's 1,000% more that it was contracted for. So at what point a contract, another amendment doesn't just become a new procurement? We are not bidding this, and I'm going to say the numbers again. Originally, a year ago, it was January 2024, 2 years ago, we contract this for $120,000. Right now, with this new amendment, it's going to $229,000, over 1,000%, like I said. Nobody's being allowed to compete for this. We are basically giving it to somebody who just gave us a contract originally for one small portion of the total that we are giving. And that's my problem right now. We should be doing a new bid for this contract and not just giving it to the same person over and over again. And that same person or that company is not even here to clarify nothing. I am being against not bidding for this contract, so I'm totally a no for this.
Okay, thank you. Mr. City Manager, just for the record, could you please expand on the change in the contract? I see in the whereas clauses, there is some level of detail every time that we made an amendment to the contract because the scope changed. But can you clarify for this vote what is included in the scope, please?
Yes, I'll ask the Deputy City Manager to fill in, please.
There's actually been several projects that were brought before you. We have continued to use this vendor because we did go out to bid. Their hourly rates were $43 an hour, opposed to the second lowest bidder at $120 per hour. So to use, and we actually did try to contract with the second lowest bidder, and they refused to sign our contract as a second. So we have had this primary contractor.
Okay.
Since then, we added all the lights change out at Heritage Park. The big ticket item was completing our closing our contract with the previous contractor for the Golden Shores undergrounding. That's the big ticket item. And to go out to bid would have delayed that project at least another 6 months.
All right, thank you. Are there any other questions from the commission?
I have a question.
Wait 1 second. Let Commissioner Joseph go, and then you can go.
So I'd like to ask regarding the Golden Shores project, who is responsible now for removing the old light poles?
FPL removes the light poles.
That's FPL?
Yes.
So they'll get around to it whenever they can, is that it?
They will not do it until all homes are connected.
Okay, so we have one house that has an issue that I'd like to address tonight. That's Galena. You know, you're going to tell me it's
Mayor.
Wait.
there's a lawsuit involved.
Wait. Commissioner Joseph.
I wouldn't discuss it because there's a long history to it, but she's hired counsel, so it's
Yes.
between counsel at this point.
Okay.
So
So-
we really shouldn't discuss it.
All right,
Okay.
Commissioner Joseph.
But this one house is holding up the entire project then, correct?
We can't discuss it.
Okay,
Well,
we're
we
not.
can discuss the fact whether the project can't be completed and we can't move forward to have other things done until the city settles on this issue that I'm
Mayor,
aware of.
excuse me.
Let the city
I'm
manager.
working with counsel currently to resolve the situation. In fact, she contacted me today, and I have to wait to respond to her, knowing what was going to happen this evening, because we couldn't move forward because we had no funding.
Right.
So I'm working with counsel to try to resolve it, and hopefully that will come to a resolution quickly.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, and it's to the city's best interest, to settle this because from what I know of it, we're not in the right.
Okay.
Mayor.
Well,
I'm sorry.
hold on.
I'm sorry, Mayor. I'm sorry. We
I'm sorry.
can't. That's incorrect.
I have
That's
that.
categorically false.
Right. So first of all, the dispute only deals with the methodology of how the wires will actually be connected. There's,
Okay.
I know, but
All right. How about?
I
how
just
about
need to
this?
make clear that
Please go ahead, and then we'll
the
move on.
city is. I'll just leave it at the fact that that's an incorrect statement.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Commissioner Stewart, if we could just,
Yes.
if you want to add
so,
something that's not
yes.
related to that.
No, it's
Thank
not
you.
related. So since November 2023, when we awarded this contract, which it was for preventive maintenance service, nobody, there is now the contractor that want to give us a price or enter in a contract per hour with us. This is almost 3 years. So this is the only company that is looking forward to provide electrical service to the city. That's exactly what kind of that. I want clarification about that.
What's the question?
Okay, since November 2023, according to what I just heard, other companies are being also provided the opportunity to give us a price or enter in a contract with us. Nobody else has any intention or interest in being an electrical contractor for the city.
Okay.
The city issued bid number 23-11-01 for street lighting preventative maintenance and as-needed electrical services.
Right.
We awarded that contract. When we awarded that contract, we had a primary and a secondary. The secondary was R&D Electric. They never signed our contract because they did not want to be second. Their prices were more, but we wanted to enter into an agreement with them so we'd have a backup just in case. Since that time, we have not pursued other bids because we had an ongoing contract. They do good work, very reasonably priced compared to the other bids, which is the formal process to get pricing. So we have not tried to procure anyone else.
Okay.
To my point, so that was November 2023. So if we have only as a reference the second price, we should be going to bid right now because this is the Fifth Amendment, and now this contract has spiraled out of control, and we are basing this on a second company that by all means could have any kind of agreement with the first one, not to be part of, and not to be signing. So that's the point. So please do not bring more amendments to this contract and just bid again. And if they're the best one with the best price, they're going to win again. And we're going to continue working with them. But now there is maybe several other companies that will be interested. That's what I'm saying. This process, the way we are doing it, is wrong, and we should not be continue doing it this way.
If I can get clarification, please, if we were to stop this and not have, if we were to bid this out, what would happen with the current work that is planned for Golden Shores?
FPL would leave for now until we got our act together, and then we would have to wait for them to come back.
And how long is the bidding process approximately, let's say, for the next amendment, if there's another amendment?
At a minimum, on average, 3 to 4 months. 3 months if you rush it. 4 months is realistic. And this amount being asked for, the intention is that it covers everything through the final term of this contract, in which we will be going back out to bid.
And when is this contract up?
You approved it for an initial 3-year period, and you approved it also with a 2-year extension.
Okay, so we're at 3 years right now.
At our option. So you all approved that time frame.
Got it. All right, thank you.
The approval was $120,000. Now it's 1.2 million. And to the process about how long it takes, that contract originally, the bid was in November 1st, 2023, and this contract was signed in January 18, 2024. So it only took 3 months if we rush it, like we said. So we can start right now doing the bid for the electrical for the next year. And I'll be waiting when we have an emergency.
Okay.
And then, just for the record, though, the amendments that came to you for the added increase, you all approved.
Right. No, I'm looking at the whereas clauses. We approved each amendment, correct?
Now, I voted for it, against it before.
Right. As a body, we approved it. Thank you. I'll take motion if there are no questions.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Commissioner Stevenson, a no. All right. Now we're on to Citizens Forum. Do we have any public speakers?
We do. Vitaly Falkovich.
My name is Vitaly Falkovich, 9280 Southwest 167th Terrace, Palmetto Bay, Florida. One of the things as coming here as a visitor to the city, you can always tell about how the administration is. As I noticed, the officers, other employees, impacts how the administration is. And I think that because of the election this year, I think this is one of the greatest administrations. As a visitor here, to come in here a lot, that I noticed it. The great job by a city manager, deputy city manager, as you hear him talk, you can tell how great job they're doing. And it comes from our mayor. The administration comes from the mayor. And it goes down. You see amazing police chief. You don't see that in a lot of cities in South Florida. This is the greatest city. And when you go into there in November, the citizen of the city, I wish I could vote in the city. I really, honestly, I think I wish I could vote. When you go in this year, we'll look at what your city administration done. And you guys, the commissioners, you should be proud of yourself. And Madam Mayor, I know you never say how good you are or bad you are. You do a great job. And people should know that. Because you never give yourself an attaboy. And you guys should give yourself an attaboy. Because you do an amazing job. Thank you.
Thank you for always coming up and saying something positive. Appreciate it. Any other public speakers?
Yes, Stanislav Friedman.
Okay, your name and address for the record,
Good evening,
please.
Commissioners. Good evening, City Workers. Stanislav Friedman, 209 Poinciana Island Drive, Sunny Isle Beach, Florida, 33160. I would like to bring to your attention that the mayor candidate, can I name the mayor candidate? Dana Goldman?
No, Sir. Can we just keep it to city business? The city
Okay,
is, this
city
is not,
business.
that's not
Okay,
city
I
business.
make it
And
simple.
everything is towards
My
me.
apology.
Okay.
My apology. Okay. One of the mayor candidates.
That's not city
elections.
business.
Okay. Somebody make the event on a city property. Okay?
Okay.
I
It's a
did contact the
private
city.
event, yes.
Private event. Well, private event that I was told by the city attorney, by the city manager, by the staff. Okay? It was advertised that a city birthday. Okay? I am the citizen. I live here for almost 32 years before the Sunny Isle become the incorporated, okay? I would like to come. So I asked for the request, and I was being denied by the campaign manager of that person, say, you're not welcome down there. So next time, when somebody do an event on a city property, please make sure when they advertise, they don't advertise at the city birthday, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Jerry, you do an excellent job. Fabiola, love you.
Please just address everything to me. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
You do an excellent job.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you. Any other speakers?
Martin Chaddock.
Your name and address for the record.
My name is Martin Chaddock. I live at 100 Kings Point Drive, Sunny Isles Beach. Madam Mayor, Commissioners, thank you for everything that you do. I really appreciate everything. Just a quick question, just about FPL, because you brought that up. And wouldn't, like being in government, wouldn't there be a contact that just handles government where there's relations where you can get things done? Is that an option?
We can speak to you after the meeting.
Okay, then my other question is, and again, pertains to FPL, is like, if they're not doing their job, can't they be fined?
Thank you. That's
Okay, that's my opinion. Thank you very much.
I would love that, but anyone else?
No other speakers, ma'am.
All right, with that, meeting is adjourned. Thank you everyone for coming.